StreamYard. It is absolutely pissing me off because I have not been able to add my Rendervate-Hub back on. So, yeah, it's a bit annoying, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of pissed me off, man. I'm a bit, yeah, I like to use StreamYard, and then what it does then, it shoots it off to all different locations for you, so you can share it on a few different things. So, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that, but yeah, man, I'm back anyway. I'm back. Yes, Wayne Cox, hope you're good, mate. I hope you're well. Hope you are good. It's good to see you, mate. Good to see you jumping in. Back after your break, after your holiday you had. So it's good to see you. And I'm looking to share some news with you, get some gossip going, see what we've all been up to, you know, see what the crack is, and see how everyone is in the Rendervate-Hub, you know. I was at the last one. This is going to be fuming. I'm going to wait for a few more ears to jump on, and then we'll get straight into it, 1 second. Going to the match. You better off staying and watching this, mate. You lot of pan crack. Now, I hope you. Wait, good luck. Good luck. Come on, you Blues. Hope you do all right. Right, listen, I'm just putting my mic in because I ain't been doing my lives. I ain't even had my mic on. I'm gonna just get that mic hooked up. Settings on there. Settings, the audio default is that. So you can hear me. Can you all hear me clear? Yeah? Can you all hear me nice and clear? No, on YouTube you will, because StreamYard picked that straight up. That's lovely. Signal's good. Yes, Mark Neeson, hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. Yeah, man. So let me know if you can hear me properly. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, Joel, we can hear you. Let me know. Because I got the mic back. And I was gutted. I wanted to come down to the Corksall event the other day. And you know what it's like, man. Life and business. You just... it's just one of them, innit, mate? You don't really have much time. Yes, Martin Drury over on my YouTube. Thanks, brother. Thanks for letting me know the sound's good. Cheers, Wayne. Let me know the sound's good. Well, yeah, got my mic back on, but yeah, I missed a couple of you guys. I wanted to come out to the Corksall day, and meet some applicators and see some people. I think it'd have been good to come out there and meet a few more people who I've never met before and have a chat and a beer and relax. So, but yeah, you know how it is, business, life, and all that. You know, it just it just takes a little bit out of it, doesn't it? Like you know, timing and stuff like that. Robert saying it's buffering a bit. I'm not sure why. It should be bang on StreamYard, but signals bang on. So it should be all right, mate. It should be all right. Hopefully that'll pick up. No one else is doing nowhere near streaming out. So, but yeah, the Corksall gig, man. I didn't get to it, but I reckon it was a good day from what I've seen. A lot of people were there. Stuart did a talk or a speech. I don't know which one it was. And he said he messed it up, but I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he did a good job, like I say. But I didn't get there. I wish I could have gone. But yeah, you know what it is. Life is like that, you know. Sometimes you just... I got a ticket and everything. I read it a rock and roll, and it's not too far from me. But the time when it comes to it, I just couldn't make it there. Hey up, Eric. How you doing, my pal? Hope you're good. I'm good, matey. Drinking hot water, you know. Hot water. Really been enjoying it. Seems to help out my digestive system. But yeah, I want to tell you guys as well. Check this out. You know, when I was talking about the chiropractor that I've just started seeing. So basically, we did a test at the beginning to see like what my body composition were like. So to stand on, there's 2 scales. You put obviously left foot, right foot, one on each scale, and obviously the way your body's shifted, you'll have more weight going through one leg than the other. That's how it goes. So basically, I did that, and I had 15 more kilos going through my right leg. 15 more, so I was lent to the right. That's how I was. That's how my body was positioned. I did the test today after being there I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 weeks now, going at least 2 or 3 times a week, and it's been snapping me up, bump, pressing me through here, doing that, just altering me. And I physically have felt better. And I've had much more of an uplift in my mood as well, I've noticed. So I know something's definitely happening, but I didn't think it'd be this good. Took me there, done the thing, stepped on the scales, come off, and you won't believe it. I'm absolutely bang on both legs, exactly the same, 60 kg each foot. I was like, what? I'm exactly set up perfect now. Like, I'm not leaning to one side, so when I stand upright, I'm in one place. So that's only going to improve my health and improve my posture, my body's functioning and all that. So, you know, it's a little step in the right direction as far as getting healthy goes. But yeah, it just made sense. 15 kilos made difference to my right hand side. And if you think about it, that's the one I'd use for troweling. That's the one I'd use for, you know, everything. It's always the right hand in it. So that's where I'd go. So yeah, it obviously changed back to being normal. So yeah, the chiropractor, mate, I'm amazed. My moods have gone up. Everything's gone up. It's been better. But I've been enjoying it. I'll be honest with you, it's been good. And then you've got my grip strength. So when you do your grip strength, yeah, it goes up in obviously the measure your grip in kilos again. And my left-handed grip, I'm right-handed, bearing in mind, but my left-hand grip was stronger than my right hand. Listen, my left hand's really strong, basically. My right hand, it wasn't the best gripper. And I use this all the time. I've had carpal tunnel. I've had a few things like that. So obviously, my right hand was weaker. Obviously, my body's shifting that way. I was a bit pagged, wasn't I? Did the test today, and I've gained 5 kilos on my grip strength for my right hand. So that's another good jump. So in a matter of weeks, I've gained 5 kilos on my right hand grip strength. So that's switching on more, muscles are working better on it, and then literally I'm standing bang on where I should stand. So I just wanted to share that with you. share how it's been going. So yeah, I've been happy with that, man, buzzing. But yeah, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about plastering, rendering. What's going on in the world there? What's going on in the world there? I've seen some posts recently with pictures of customers' texts. One today, obviously, from the fella on Travel Talk. And someone done a shit job there and they charged them nothing basically for the job, haul stairs and landing, mate. You know what I mean? They're big jobs then. They're hardest part of the house to do, aren't they? 300 quid, they were saying. So, yeah, he put the pictures up and it was shit. And Kai, I'm walking like bloody Quasimodo. Honestly, mate, I'm hunched over as well. So the whole point of me is going like that. I need to get backwards. So that's where we're working. But yeah, it's I've seen some stuff coming up, man. People getting jobs that are like, you know, people are trying to knock them down low. People are not paying the bills. Like customers aren't paying the bills to people, making them jump through loops because little things that were changing and that. And I just kind of wanted to, you know, chat about it a bit, really. See if I can, I don't know, off the cuff this, like I have planning though. I just want to, you know, see if anyone's got any questions for me or you want any advice on it. You know, what do I suggest doing in these situations, or, you know, how can you prevent them? Does anyone want to know about that? If you do, just drop it in comments and I'll answer your questions about it. You know what I mean? I need to get some questions on it, really, and I can pinpoint out, because I could talk about anything all day, mate. I could talk to myself for hours. So if you want me to pinpoint something, ask me and I'll do it for you. I'll give you my honest opinion and view on it. But yeah, for me, man, I think a lot of the time when customers come in and they start talking about, you know, this is what, you know, they've been quoted before and stuff like that, it's kind of irrelevant. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of irrelevant to me, because if that's your benchmark in a way, because some idiots quoted you 300 quid and that's the reason why. Yeah, I mean, if that's your benchmark, you've got to understand, right, lads and lasses, if you're watching as well. When it comes to trying to get a job or someone asking you to price a job, you've got to look at it like this. They've got to be warm, haven't they? They've got there's a full process that goes into it and a mindset that goes into it. So it's like, if someone else has started that process and that journey for that customer coming down the line, right? And then they've bailed halfway through and left that type of quality of job and they've given a shit price and everything like that. You're kind of already on a handicap. You know what I mean? You're already starting with a handicap. You're already like at the point where it's like, I have to try and win you back now over and then try and get more money out of you. And then I have to then get the job in and do it. So it's like, mate, for that, it's a hard gig, you know what I mean? Coming in after someone else is a hard gig because you have to do all that shit. And you've already got someone who's probably thinking a bit more negative, someone who's probably thinking, God, is he going to be like this one here? You know, just walked out halfway through. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like, they're hard gigs, man, to do. They're hard gigs, man. When someone tell me what they quote, I just say, why aren't they doing the job then? When you're right, it's like, I ask sometimes me what someone else quoted because I genuinely want to know what I'm up against. Because if someone says to me, you know, if I'm looking at an house and it's 15 grand for this house and they say, we've had a quote for 10, and, you know, that ain't where I'm going to, you know, start trying to, you know, dig them out of that. I'm just going to say, all right, so what was the quote for? I want to know the details around it, and I want to know what the spec is and what the thing is, why they've got to this. I want to know how they've got to this figure. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to know, how they've got to this figure of 10 grand. What are they doing? And you'll often find in that type of scenario that they are probably cutting a corner somewhere, or they just might be really dirt cheap. And you know, who are they? I kind of want to know. And if there's someone I don't know or someone I've never heard of or a competitor of mine, then it's kind of invalid. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, cool. You know, well, this is me. This is what I do. This is the price that, you know, I'd be looking at for this type of project. It's a bit more than that, but this is the reason why. And then you just go bump, 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 and give out your things there. So you see, when you're doing a journey like that, it's the full customer journey is a thing on its own, man. It's a thing on its own. But coming back from someone else's shit show that they've left, it's hard. I tell you the truth now, I won't even do them no more. I'm not even interested. If someone's done half a job, it's like, yeah, that's bad luck, innit? Because I can't really jump in there because already the value's low. You know, why don't you come to me first? Do you know what I mean? It's also that as well. A lot of people say that, but Robert Pugh, it's tight work wise where I am in Herefordshire. Do you take deposit up front? Yep. Robert, I do take deposit up front, matey. Easy, Jeff, hope you well. Yeah, we do take deposit up front. So I've started to take 50% deposits up front now on projects. It don't matter what size they are, big jobs, little jobs. It's 50%. That's where I'm going to now. Just because it's one of them. It's 50% on starting, and then 75% towards the end, and then 25% towards the end, and 25% at the end when they're happy. So some jobs I've just done 50-50, some jobs it's 50-75, and then I'm gonna 50-25, and then 25 at the end, and I'm done. That's what I want to do. Not for any reason really, other than the fact of I want to. Oh, easy as I hope you well, mate. Work safe. Hope you're good, brother. Hot gin. No, it's yeah. So I want to. It's not even a case of like, oh, I want to keep money on in case they rip me off. It's just like I want them to feel comfortable. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, that amount of money, 50% of something that's like a 10 grand job, 5 grand up front's enough to cover everything more or less. The rest of that money in there is wages and profit. So, you know, a lot of it does cover the materials, and I want to pay my material bill up front. I want to pay my scaffolder up front. Now I want to do everything up front. Me, I can't be asked with messing about afterwards and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just for cash flow, mate, that I do that mainly. So yeah, you should do it. Eric, no, it's not hot gin. Hot gin. Who even drinks hot gin? It's hot water, so it's good for your digestive system, innit? Okay, now, mate, I've suffered with IBS all my life, man. Don't need that. Since I've been drinking that, mate, I felt fucking unbelievable. It's been doing me all sorts. So yeah, I've been doing that. But yeah, it's been good. I just started a new job this week. I've totally beaded it all up, ready to rock and roll. Got some K-Rend on site, so I'm going to be doing a K-Rend fin coat system on this one. And yeah, I've got it on site, HP12. So I'll be doing a bit of footage on that and yeah, get it out. But as we're on the topic of HP12, pardon me, let me talk to you about the ginger is good for your brain too. Let me talk to you about the training that we did. So I did my first workshop. Wow, first workshop, man. And there were 5 of us there. And honestly, it was, I'm not a shy guy, you know what I mean? I'm not really worried. I'm doing something that I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So, I wasn't really nervous like that. But still, you've got people who are paying for a service, aren't you? So you've got to hit a certain level of, you've got to hit a certain level, haven't you, and make sure that everyone leaves with the value that they've paid for. And everyone who came all said that they really got good value from it and they enjoyed it. And a lot of them just were picking my brain. So one of the guys said to me, just to come and pick your brain was worth the money, just with the stuff that I was talking about to them and telling them how to do stuff and experiencing and certain things that they had going on with their machine and stuff that they didn't really know what it was. And they don't have a Predator machine, they have a machine from someone else, and basically the person who they were asking was just no help to them at all. And then they've come and they've talked to me, and I just described some things, some scenarios of what might have been going on or whatever. And they looked at each other, and I just remember them looking at each other and going like, that's exactly what happened. Basically, I just talked to them about tunneling and how it happens and why it happens. And that's what happened on their machine. But no one before had told them that or helped them out with that. They just literally, just didn't do it. So they got some good value. They were really sound and they enjoyed it. So I really liked it. I'm going to do more workshops. I've got another date out now. And again, I think I'm going to keep it just to 5 people at a time because I can have a good chat with everybody. I can make sure everyone's doing the system, correctly. I can look at everyone's techers and timing and stuff like that and work with them on it. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's something that I'm going to go down the avenue of doing more often. I'll be honest with you, more coaching roles and stuff like that. I like it a lot. So it's something I want to do. Just trying to, I'm not actually going to say that. We're just working on some stuff to hopefully get some sort of help with the courses as far as if we can get people approved for stuff and we can start getting, some of the people who come on the courses can leave with more than just a pound back. You can leave with something as maybe an installer or something. So yeah, I'm looking at stuff like that for people. And again, the WhatsApp group that we've got, the people who come on the courses, they get a WhatsApp group and basically they can, ask each other stuff or ask me stuff on there, any advice. And the thing is as well, what it is, guys, I'm not just limiting my workshops to just the fact of like, come here, I'll teach you how to do the couple of processes and then you go. For me, if you're willing to make an investment in yourself, the reality is while you're there, I want to maximize everything. And afterwards on my WhatsApp group, there's certain stuff that I'll send out to you and, that I'm using if you want to know. So a few guys were asking me about software and stuff like that. What do you use? Because everyone on that course was literally just typing up their quotes to people. So time consuming. So, so random, everything changes, nothing's fixed. How can you track it? You know what I mean? When you're doing it like that. So I basically showed them a CRM system I use, totally free, talked them through what I do, how I do it, all the different things that were set there on the all the different types of services I offer was all there. Do you know what I mean? So it was good, and I wasn't shocked, but I was kind of surprised that some people don't have stuff like that. But it was good that I could talk to them about it and show them it. Do you know what I mean? So I was buzzing with that, and hopefully some of them guys will start using CRMs and making their life easier as well. So again, it's not just come in, guys, I'll show you what I put base on, put mesh on and top coat it. I want to help you actually get better at everything. I want everyone in the industry who follows me and works with us. I want them all to get something from it like that. But yeah, Robert, we tend to leave till the end of the customer's night. We tend to leave till end and the customer's nightmare, then saying we've paid you every other week and so on. Laugh out loud. Yeah, man, you can't do it. You just want to do a 50%, or if you can't get 50, mate, build it up. Start with a 20%. You know, it's 20% booking, because if they let you down, it's not the case of you letting them down all the time, because that's what people usually have as an experience with tradesmen. They're getting let down, but you need to probably put it the way as like, look, we get let down sometimes as well. So I think 20% would be a nice. It's how you word stuff as well. Remember, 20%. It seems like a nice amount of money to on a job where it makes sure that they're going to keep you in the book. You penciled in. They're not going to change their mind on that, because they're already committed now. And it also gives you peace of mind knowing that you are going to have the job because they're committed. So 20% is nothing. I don't think it's a great deposit, but if that's where you want to start, build up your confidence and go from there and improve it, then yeah. But yeah, my courses are in Bradford. Yeah, they're all in Bradford right now. We might go around a little bit other than that, but for now they're at Bradford. We're set up there and it's nice, so that's where we do them, mate. Get you set up. My quoting and paperwork is so dated. You need to get up to speed with the modern day methods. Yeah, James, man, do you know what it is, pal? It's do you know what, when you say it's modern, all successful businesses, right, from years ago, all have systems in place. You don't even know about them. I never knew about them, mate. I would have like, flipping it, that these people keep organised and on the ball and that. Mad. But they all use systems and CRM systems and systems to run the business, automations. And you know what it is, mate? It sounds proper complicated. When I say this to you now, automate stuff and, CRM systems, saving photographs and tracking your calls and all that kind of stuff. You might be thinking, bloody hell, it sounds like too much, mate. And it did to me. I was like, what's this stuff about? Getting this and tracking that and do it. What you want about? How do I add this? And what? It's a mad, mate. But when you get going on it and you use it and you stick with it, because a lot of people will start somewhere, get pissed off with it, and then not use it again, thinking that it's bad, but it's not. It's just you need to get used to it. That's all it is. That's with everything in life, though, isn't it? Anything in life, when you are like, starting something new, it's always hard. But after you get used to it, you learn a few tricks here and there. You know what I mean? Boom, you're off to a good one, aren't you? So yeah, you don't want to be having loads of paper. I used to write stuff out on notepads, mate. Yeah, and then add it all up and then put it into a Word spreadsheet or something like that and send that to a customer and stuff like that, which it works. You can get a job like that, but it's so much harder. My accountant hates me. I turn up with bags of receipts, need to change job next year and get on the ball. Listen, James, you're not going to start next year. You won't do it. You'll say it next year. Start tomorrow. Download. The one I use is ServiceMate. There's different ones now, but just download ServiceMate and have a play with it on your phone or on your laptop or your iPad. Just get it and have a play with it, mate. You don't have to commit to anything. You don't have to pay for it. It's totally free. Just do that and use it, mate. Honestly, you'll be shocked by it. You'll be shocked. James Kitchen, QuickBooks app on your phone. Create quotes and send invoices when job done. It even scans your bank. No, it does. QuickBooks is a good app. See, the accounting apps like Xero, so we use Xero, but QuickBooks is exactly the same, more or less. They've got a few. I think QuickBooks might even have better stuff on it, to be fair, as an app, as a user-friendly way to use it. I think it's better than Xero in that sense. I'm sure it is. But they even work. Even Monzo Bank can send invoices off of that. So all my Rendervate-Hub stuff, the invoices come from Monzo app. And that's it. And then it links up on Xero. And Sarah, my missus, pardon me, deals with it from that part then. But I see all the systems, Stu showing us on mentoring group. Awesome. Lots of the lads getting brilliant results. That's what I mean, Mark. You'll get results from it, mate. Stuart knows his stuff. He's implementing it all now as well. Shit with big words, mate. I don't know why I even use them. But yeah, he's even implementing them now. Do you know what I mean? And doing them properly, and you know, he's automating a lot of stuff. Yeah, Robert, ServiceMate is the app. ServiceMate is the app. Now, guys, bear in mind, I'm telling you to go download the app, right? Because the app is what you'll use when you're in the field. In the field is when you're at jobs and that, yeah. But the actual desktop is better. You can do so many things on the desktop. It's a joke. Listen, if I've got what I've got, right? Let me just go onto my other screen because I might be able to. I don't really want to be sharing stuff that I've got on there. That's all. But I've got. I'll have to do it on the next one, guys. Cause I need to work it out. But basically, I've got a practice one where I used to practice all my stuff to see how my quotes were going to look and how my invoices were going to look. And basically, it's just it's a job that I set up and I just use that as a test. And that's where I practice my stuff. So that's what you guys should do, really, if you are going to get ServiceMate. I know there's Tradify as well, and a couple of other ones out there that are coming out now. They're getting quite big CRMs apps now. And Tradify have tried to get me to use that one for ages, but I've just figured out how to get on with ServiceMate right now, so I don't think I'm ready to start messing about and changing again. But honestly, mate, ServiceMate, let me just get one up on my phone quickly. I'll probably get a practice up on my phone, to be honest with you. Cheers, Mark Neeson, for sharing me into Trial Talk as well, mate. So, right. So it comes in a little app. Looks a bit bright, that. Can you see that? So that's the app. Looks a bit shit on there. Let me just show you the little thing. It's down there, right? ServiceMate. When you click it, comes on like that. Okay. This is going to... Hey up, Mush. Yeah, Stuart. I hope you're good, bro. Let me get you in. So I've got it up here, right? It'd be better if I showed you it, right, on my desktop, wouldn't it? But I can't. So this is kind of like where it works. You got that, no job scheduled in. View all jobs. And you can go to... I'm just going to show you something really quickly. So I'll type in practice because that's what I've got on. That's the one that I use when I'm practicing my stuff. So it's under me, under my address, everything like that. And I'm going to show you how it works. So see that? All them figures and all that information there is put in already from the app. So it's already been put in. I've already done all that on the desktop. So it's basically, I've got an inventory of all the services I offer and how much it is per meter. Right now, that is, I've got one for materials per meter, and I've got one for labor per meter, and I've got one that's both and combined. Then I've also got an inventory thing that's I've got an inventory thing that's basically got in my day rates. It's got in how much it is for boards to do, how much EWI is, how much scratch render is. Everything's there. So I just need the measurements, really. And then I don't always just go off the measurements. Sometimes I might look at a job and it might be, you know, say it's 100 meters for argument's sake, and it's I don't know, say I'm charging 70 quid a meter. That's $7,000, right? But then you've got to look at a job and think, you know what, it's worth probably a bit more, or I might charge them a bit less because it's a bit easier. So to get this job, I might think, you know what, if I go down to 6.5, it'll be better. I'll get it, and I know that I'll make good profit. So you can change stuff like that while you're at the actual app thing. But all you need to do then, so I've done that, guys, for argument's sake. I've just put scratch rendering so many times there just to show you the build up of the things you can do. There's loads of different things you can do. So add a service on there. I've got EWI, I've got skips, I've got internal plastering, all that kind of stuff in there. Yeah, it's I can add whatever I want. Once I've done that, all you need to do is press this button at the bottom which says quote or invoice, either side. So I'll press quote, and this is where the CRM is so much better than the stuff that you guys will be using when using your pen and paper, typing into Word. Let me show you this quote, right? And you tell me just by clicking a few different items that I wanted to use, monocouche, I've got a scaffold in there, I've got a skip in there, I've just clicked the buttons, added the price, item added the price is already there with a markup on it already. It's all in. This is how the quote comes up. All my name, all my details, and then in here, well, fucking, where is it? In, can't even see where it is. In the description box there, you see it? In there, in that description box there, I've already pre-wrote the full system breakdown. So I don't need to write it again. I don't need to tell them that I'm going to put the beads on this thick. I'm going to put the base on here. I'm going to put the mesh on here. I'm going to tape your windows. I'm going to do this. And I don't need to put it in. It's all descripted in there already. I've just clicked the button and added it to my thing. I don't need to write it. Another beautiful thing, guys, breaks everything down, all the different parts of the system you're going to do. So all different lines that I added there. But one of the best things that a lot of us don't do, or what you should be doing, is this, is at the bottom, you have your payment terms and also your terms of the contract, T's and C's. Now, I think T's and C's are a load of shite anyway. What do you call it? I think T's and C's are a load of shite. I've said it before. I always believe that your relationship with your customer or your clients is the number one thing that you need to keep your eye on. Make sure you've got a good relationship with them. Last thing resort you want to have is the fact that they've approved the job, which they can sign for on here, saying that they approve the contract terms and it's legal if to sign it, or the click sign. It's legally binding, it's done. But the reality is, we don't want to ever get to that. We don't want to ever get to, well, listen, if you look in the terms and conditions, you do need to do this, you do need to do that, or you did need to pay this, or you didn't need to, I didn't have to do this, I didn't have to do that, because it's all in the terms and conditions. And that's a lot of the time we'll miss that out, and we need that. We need that in there, guys, terms, conditions, and that's it. But yeah, Your Trade Base does all this too. That's it, Your Trade Base, like that's a new one, that I think. I don't think I've even heard of that one. But again, it's a CRM system. Another thing, guys, that CRM systems do for you is they help you out with keeping a record of every single customer and basically how many times you've worked for them, what jobs you did, what value it was. And it also keeps a folder of every job you've done, right, with that person. But it keeps a folder and that job card. So say you've got a job, right? Say I did a job for Miss Smith and I did a back bedroom one time and I took pictures of it before, pictures of it after. All that communication will be on there for that bedroom that we did, and everything will be there. Happy, she signed it off. Yep, cheers, Joel. Thanks, that's brilliant. The payment that she made me will be on there, and it's all as a clean record of how the job went. So if she ever comes back and goes, "Hey, Joel, this happened or that happened," and you just go, "No, wait there, but I've on the job thing there, that wasn't included, was it?" And she'd be like, "No, it was included. I thought you were going to do that bit on the hallway for me. It will include." No, it wasn't included in there. I'm sure we talked about that before. And she goes, "Yeah, but I thought when we did talk about it, Joel, that you did say you were going to do it." And I said, No, we won't. And next thing you know, you pull the email up and go, "Yeah, there, Mrs. Smith. The hallway will not be included in this quote. It's just the bedroom, and it's there, and all of it's in there. They can't ever, pull wool over your eyes because we've got the conversation, and it saves your texts, it saves your emails, everything to one thread. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely mint. I'll tell you how this saved me one time, guys. It saved me one time because I did a job in Huddersfield, and next door neighbour said that I had cracked their render on their house when I was removing a render on next door's house. Now, I always do a grinder line to separate the houses with a level all the way through to the brick course, so that I know when I'm doing that there, breaking off, it's only going to break off the render that I'm looking to take off. So we've done that, act it all off, finish the job. She had a war with this customer of mine anyway. They had a war. They hated each other, proper hated it. 1 minute. Thought spam. Hey up, mate.
Yeah, I've just got the free for you.
Yeah, cheers.
Get a picture of them there, everybody.
Yeah, take it there, mate. It's all right, buddy.
Can you use the sign up? Just one of them needs a signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. In that white box.
There you go, buddy. Yeah. Take it easy, mate.
Thank you.
Just had to take that, guys. Sorry. I knew where to take that then. I knew it's my vitamins, that some magnesium that I've been taking. So that's just come now, so that's a sign for that. But yeah, she said basically that I had cracked her render afterwards, they hated each other, like I said to you. They were at war with each other. They really didn't like each other. And I was kind of in the middle of it sometimes, like just basically asking them both to chill out so I can finish the job and go. Anyway, customer rang me up after the job was done and said she's looking for your details. I said, why? What's up with her? She's going to sue you because you've cracked her render, she said. So I've never cracked her render. She went, I know you didn't, but I'm just giving you the heads up. So I said, no problem, thank you. Anyway, I've gone back to my job folder on Service Mate, opened up the project, gone through the photos before I even started. So on the survey, I take photos. So they're all dated as well. So I've got photographs on there of the house before it even had a scaffolding up. Total clear shots. Every photograph that showed the front of the house, what she was on about that I cracked, was already cracked before I even got there. The crack were there. So I zoomed in and I took them from further out, screenshotted them, sent them to her. Said, next time she comes around and asks for my details, says she's going to sue me, just show her them photos, please. That's all I said. She wants to try to sue me. It's like, what are you on about? She wanted the front of her house doing off me. That's what she did. And she didn't want to pay the money. And when I said, nah, we're not interested anyway, no problem, see you later. Then she tried to sue me. Mad. People are mad. But yeah. That's what it is. That's what you want to use a CRM for. It covers your ass as well. But also keeps track of the amount of jobs. So say you work for a builder, you can look at, at the end of the year. Yes, James, I've opened my eyes there looking at it tonight. Mate, honestly, look at it. Go on YouTube and type in Service Mate and have a look at it, or the other ones, what Stuart says as well. Have a look at them, mate, and look at the videos. See what works for you. Try a few of them. See which one you like, and go with it. And stick at it. But if you work for a builder, let's just say you work for a builder, end of the year comes, you can you can go on there and you can do a review. So let's just say you work for, I don't know, let's say LA Building, top builder in leagues them. Say I work with them. I could go onto LA Building's profile that I've got for them, and it will show me all the jobs I've done, listed them, and it'll tell me how much money I worked with them, how much money went through my company there, how much jobs I did with them, the size of the jobs I did with them. And it can help you judge where you want to probably go next year. Do you know what I mean? You could probably look, or you could go through and say, listen, thanks, you spent 50 grand this year with us. Send them a bottle of wine or something, and some, I don't know, some vouchers for something to do. Just a nice little gesture. You know what I mean? You can see how much you've made with them, and you go forward and say, what can I do to get to 100 grand next year with you, maybe, stuff like that. So it's good to keep a track of stuff like that, the figures and the numbers and the people you're working with. And you can look at someone and be like, well, this guy, you only give me this job here and that job there, beginning of the year, end of the year, and they were both shit jobs. I've done this. I've looked through and gone, that guy there just gives me all his shit. You know what I mean? So just end of the day, just don't take him off, but just put a marker on there, a note on there. We're not really interested in picking up your dregs anymore. Don't say that to them, but I'm not interested in picking up your dregs anymore. When he asks me for work, if it's not a big job or it's not something new that I'm touching, I'll leave it at that. And it'll calculate your conversion rate, does all that for you. You can see how the payments as well, how long it took for them to pay you. That's another ratio you want to look at. Who pays you the best? It's all right having 10 builders, mate, but if 8 of them are paying you shit, 2 of them are paying you good, who are you going to focus on? So it's all information coming back to you. That's what CRM does. It's customer relationships management tool. That's what it's called. And they are good, mate. Honestly, once you've got set up and you're flying, you're off. You think I work for Service Mate? Yeah, wouldn't you? But yeah, I like it. It's one I use. What else is there? Does anyone else have any questions for me? Because I have absolutely rabbited on there. I have rabbited on. What's this? It's asking for a domain name. Is that a website? If you've got a company website, it might ask you for that as one of the questions, but you only need an email address and obviously a new password to join up. That's all you need to do. That's all you really need to do. Listen, let's get some comments on this, man. I'll try and get some more comments on here. Stream metrics, what's that? I've never done it straight to live before. On Facebook. I've never done it straight to there, so I must like, yeah, I'm getting used to it. It's got all these different things up telling me what's going on, metrics and Mbps and 21 FPS frame rate, and too technical for me, that, bro. I just want to get on here and do a video talking about. But yeah, has anyone got any more questions for me? Because I know football's on soon, and I'll watch a game. It's my first one back. Sorry, just yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading something quickly. Yeah, so if anyone hasn't got out for me, I'll go and watch some footy shortly. It's been a short one back. Obviously, I am share it loads and talk to people about it, really. But yeah, just so you guys know, the regulars, I'm back and I'm on. So get you sent back on next Wednesday. I'll be there. What's that? Yeah, so it's really awkward doing like this. So I've got two screens. Yeah, so two screens, and basically it's not. Yeah, it's just doing me. I didn't have to look to that one and look to here. What's he saying here? You on StreamYard, Joel? You should be able to just share direct like you did last week. Nah, man, it didn't do it, Stuart. It's messing about, mate. It's messing about. I keep trying to reconnect and stuff like that, and it won't let me. But yeah, I could drag the link over and share it onto here. Couldn't I? Should have done that, to be honest, shouldn't I? That'd probably been an easier thing. Let's copied the YouTube link into here. Maybe. I'll definitely look into that, Joel. But that, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it as always. No problem, Robert, mate. No problem at all, brother. How would you go about generating more rendering leads? Right. Let me answer this for you real quick. Generating more work in anything you do is to share more content on it. So if you want to get more rendering leads, you need to put it out there. You need to put on your Facebook page. You need to talk about it on your personal one and your business one that, you know, we do rendering. Our people are not going to put you forward for jobs. So if someone knows James Thomas does rendering, the more people that know that, you're going to get more referrals, and they're the best type of leads that you can get anyway. Referrals, it's trust already. So if one of your friends or one of your family members or one of their cousins, family members, whatever, work colleagues, whatever like that, might click on it and be like, oh yeah, well, he knows, you know, that James Thomas, well, he knows so and so he must be bang on. You know, already you're gaining trust from me off. So I would make sure people know what you do. So sharing it on your Facebook page. Don't have to be mental. You don't have to go look at this project I've done and stick it up. But if you just put your picture up every other I don't know, week maybe, one a week maybe on your personal one. Just go and look at this job I've done here. It looks nice. What do you think about that? And then next thing you know, a few people will start liking it, commenting on it. You know, that's how you get through your personal way. And then on your business page, you need to go in and explain what you've done, why you've done it. Talk a little bit about hurt. So basically why you had to do it. Customer were getting damp inside, put EWI on because their house was freezing. Now we've put this on. They're in there now, they're walking around in their underwear because it's so hot. You know, stuff like that. It's people will be like that, start touching the walls, then going, hey, that's a bit cold, you know, I might do that EWI on that. So that's the way I go about getting my leads, mate. I just share video, pictures, content. To be fair, be honest with you, James, over the last since my baby's been born, I have not been nowhere near the level of output that is required to make an impact. So, tip of advice for anybody in your area, if you are going to go down that route, your aim is to outshare everybody. And that is the aim, really, guys. You've got to outshare the competition. You've got to out educate the competition. You've got to show people, you know, the reasons why you do certain aspects of your job. You've got to do all of that stuff, mate. And if you don't do that, you just get lost. You just get lost in the atmosphere of everyone else, the white noise of everyone else. You need to stand out. So yes, James, if I were you, Mucker, I would start sticking it on your personal page. I'd start sticking it on your business page. I'd start hitting people with some stories of why you're doing the way you're doing stuff, and you know, get some work out of it like that. See, I'm giving these tips away, just giving them away. Are you guys who are watching on Facebook, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Because I've had like 300 subscribers on it. I haven't even done on it for a while. I need to start getting on it. Robert, can anyone join your WhatsApp groups? No, Robert. So when it comes to my WhatsApp groups, mate, they're for people who have done training courses with me or workshops with me. I am going to be opening up a kind of a. I don't want to speak too much on it right now, but I'm starting something with Rendervate-Hub, where basically it's going to be something that's going to be more than just the fact of a couple of us on it. Well, not a couple of us. There's a lot of us on here now. A lot of us on a Facebook page. It's going to be something more than that. So I will be offering some sort of membership to it, where you will get stuff like, you know, WhatsApp and advice and stuff like that, and advice WhatsApps and email support and all that kind of stuff, video support. And I'll be doing a lot more stuff where I wouldn't say it's mentoring or anything like that, but it's more aimed at like directly at the problem. You know, so a lot of people do ask me certain things about CRM systems, how to generate leads like James has there, how to deal with customers, how to talk to customers, certain things that are in the business that I know a lot about, that I've done. So I want to do a lot more of that in there, share a lot more stuff from suppliers, like direct, Predator machines, some of the manufacturers of materials as well, tools. Also want to get some on there for the sales part of it. So you've got the machines and stuff like that, that everyone's just, people just stick them on the actual, on random pages and try and sell them, where, you know, we can get a platform for that. So that's where we're looking to go with Rendervate-Hub. That's where I want to go with it, make it into something a bit more organized, and you can get what you want out of it. But yeah, no, I'm glad that helped you, that James. I'm glad that helped you. Yeah, Robert, mate. Honestly, if you come up to one of the days, mate, like I say, you'll enjoy it. I'm going to be putting some offers on for early next year as well, because I'm only looking to do 1 or 2 before Christmas now. Probably looking more like 1, I'll be honest with you. And I think from there, early next year, because I think what it is with training, lads, it's like, I think you're going to benefit from it, right, if you get a plan in place. So I'm not going to try and just pump one out and go, right, come to my training, because, you know, you might not because because a lot of you guys are new to rendering, right? Or you want to go into rendering. You might not have to work. So a lot of us renderers, we have work through winter. Do you know what I mean? We have jobs already lined up, or we just do it all year round. So for us, it's all right. But for you guys who are generally getting into it, you won't have anything. So if I showed you something next week, right? If I come to you and said, you come to my course, right, and I showed you something next week, and you ain't doing a job till, I don't know, March, what's the point? You're going to have forgot a lot of the stuff. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to probably ask me a load of questions, or you might even need to get trained again. So it's like, for me, I'm not going to try and stick it down your necks. You know what I mean? And go, all right, yeah, come and get this training because you need it now. Listen, guys, in the early part of next year, that's when I really want to, I think for you guys more than anything, it's going to be better. You haven't got the burden of Christmas on you. You know, I understand paying for a workshop just before Christmas isn't ideal for no one. Do you know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, I want it to work for everybody. This is not about me just earning a few quid from passing on my knowledge and training people. It's not about that. It's about me. I want you to get the most from it. So ideally, I want you to be coming, and then I want you to be going out and doing a job. you know, within a few weeks, so I can help you on that. You can message me, you can video call me, whatever you need to do, just to make sure that you're boxing it off. Do you know what I mean? That's how it needs to be. So yeah, what I might do is set up some early offers. So I might give some discounts out for people who want to jump on early next year. And that's just because, you know, I want to hit the ground running next year, and I want everyone else to hit the ground running with us. So yeah, it's going to be a massive year next year. Predator Machines is on it. Direct Building are on it. We're going to bring a good year next year, a big year. Yeah, lots of things coming, lots of things in the pipeline. Robert, come up, mate. Honestly, we don't do weekends. I don't work weekends. I'm never going to work a weekend again. It's just not going to happen. But we do them in a week, and I generally do them on a Monday. I was going to do them on a Friday, but everyone wants to finish on a Friday. I think when it's on a Monday, you know, you get a chance to then go into the week and do what you've learned as well, which I think is one of the best things that you could do, is get straight on the attack. Someone shows you how to do something. If you don't action on it for a month, you know, next thing you know, you're going to be thinking, bloody hell, where was I again? You know, if it's a week or two, you'll be all right. But, you know, that's where I'm going to do it. But yeah, it's in the week. Do them on a Monday. A few people have asked for a monocouche course that's a bit longer. We're totally brand new. And I think in 2 days, I reckon that I could show you how to do a monocouche rendering. It's one of the easiest systems. Well, it is the easiest system to do. Basically, in a nutshell, you come over your beads and you bar it back. You can't really go wrong. Do you know what I mean? But it's easy for me to say that. I'll have to show you it properly. Eric, you look cool, dude, in your latest ad. In my latest training post. That's what I do, man. That's summertime with a gigs on. Yeah, I do it on what's called it with the gigs on, don't I? So gotta look cool and that. Gotta protect the eyes. But yeah, that was on one of my training days as well. Oh yeah, the opening day. Let me talk quickly about that. The opening day that we did for Rendervate Predator Machines, the refresher day. Oh man, listen guys, this here, right? I'm going to actually crop the end of this, right? And I'm going to put it into a short and share it everywhere. So this is something that I need to get out to you. Predator refresher day that we did, which was free of charge. That means the gaffers put on food, and they paid for, well, they paid for the staff and everything like that to be there to basically help people who've already bought a machine. So we had a refresher day there, right, to show people who already bought a machine how to use the machine again for nothing. We covered that. I didn't. The gaffer did. But we covered that because we're a team, you see. So yeah, listen, the refresher day was a massive success. Do you know why it was a success? And shall I tell you the number one thing that I got from someone, and that's when I knew we hit it on the head. We hit it on the head. This is what he said to me. The guy said to me this. He went, Joel, he goes, you know what, yeah? He goes, I'm so glad that I come here today. Do you know why? I said, I do want to know why, yeah. Why are you so glad that you come today? He said, because if I would have had one more job and got the results that I've had with that machine, with my machine, you know, he's done good jobs, he said. He said, I've done a few jobs where I've got on decent area. I've done some jobs where I've got on, I feel like I've messed up and this and that. He goes, but honestly, he goes, if I would have had one more job or maybe 1.5, 2 jobs and had the problems that I've been having with machine rendering, I'd have got rid of it. I'd have sold it. That's what he said to me. He goes, but coming here and you showing us how to apply it, how much area can you actually get on and talk me through it, how you would actually build down a property as you go, how you would work with your team, because I help them systemize it as well. The thing is, right, we've got to systemize everything. So even that comes to rendering, the man on the machine, the man who's spraying it and the man who's ruling it, they all need to know the role. They all need to know when they're going to go as well. And I went through all that with him on the day, showed him how to do it. And he said, you know what, mate? I'm buzzing. Like, I'm so glad I come. I'm so glad I come. That's what he said to me. And that is one of the best things that I could have heard that day, because I just loved the fact of someone. And I didn't even really ask him to come and told me. The reality is he hit on the head the reason why I wanted to do these days. and everyone there was all Predator machine users, right? And do you know what it is? They were struggling. It's not down to the machine. It's not down to the products. It's down to the user. It's down to us. It's down to you. And that is the truth. That is the truth. It's down to us. It's not the machine. It works perfectly fine. The materials that I go through, they're all different, but they all work fine. They're all successful companies. They're all successful businesses. So they can't be shit. It's us. We just don't know what we're doing. That's what it is. And that is where I come into them refresher days, workshops. I give people the confidence to go forward. I push stuff to the limits to show them that, hey, you can spray it this way if you really wanted to. Look, boom. But I do it at this fitness because this is nice. And you can get on 2 elevations before you even start ruling. So the guy who was ruling up before, behind the man spraying, we're chasing him like that. Chasing him because the gear were going off on him. Because it wasn't even going off, but what it was, when you spray too thick and when you spray the gear too thick and when you put it on the wall too thick, the reaction is always going to be it pulls together and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. You need to add more water to it to make it easier to work, last a bit longer, and you need to apply. It's not even that it's that much thinner. It's on a 10mm system, it's 5mm a pop. And the reality is, yeah, I said to him, we'll spray now while wet I have it and tell me when you think you should touch it. Mate, we sprayed it on 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. I said, what do you think now? Would you get on that now? And he touched it and he went, that's still how you got that there. After 25 minutes is wetter than the way we would spray. I said, that's what I mean. So you imagine 25 minutes, how many meters could you have actually sprayed on without struggling? You've done a couple of lifts, easy. Do you know what I mean? And they were like that, scratching their head. They were like, I can't believe it. I said, guys, you've got to trust it. Just because you can't hand apply how wet you've got it coming out of the machine, don't mean that it won't spray on the wall. Your hand apply totally different because you're trying to. It's harder to hand apply pissy wet gear in it, but if it's projecting onto a wall of a machine, it goes on a dream, and it means you can take your time. That's how I do big gables by myself because I know exactly where I'm going with it. So that's what the refresher course did. That's what the fella said to me, and that's when I knew the refresher course was the one. The workshops are the one because people go away from there with confidence, knowing that they can crack on and they're not worried about going on to the jobs. And that's why we do it. That's why we do it. So that made my day. I had to tell you guys that because, again, I know a couple of people recently who were they're stuck in the ways in a way. You're stuck in your ways. It's like everyone can learn. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can learn. I'm still learning now. Every time I use my machine, I learn something new. Every time I use a new product a different way, I learn something new. So when I see people selling a machine and it's like, I go, why are they selling a machine? They're off back to hand applying because they can't figure it out. Like they can't figure it out. To me, it's mad. You're going back to something that is harder. Hand applying render is harder than spray rendering. Hands down. Hands down, it's harder. No one can tell me in this world that they're faster than a machine, they're better than a machine at laying on. They're doing this. You can't tell me that because it's just a lie. It's a machine for a reason, mate. It don't get tired. It don't wear out. The only thing that wears out is a rotor and stator. Do you know what I mean? It don't go, oh, I'm knackered now. I'll start putting it on a bit slower. I'll start doing this. It don't. It just keeps spitting it out, mate. As long as you've got the gear going in, machine and water going in, boom, she's spitting it out. And that's what it is. And also when it comes down to this, guys, when we had that workshop, the refresher, sorry, I said to a team there, I said, who's your machine man? Who's your machine man? They went, he's the machine man. He puts salt bags on. And I said, right, do you know how to set it up? Do you know how to break it down? And they were like, yeah, fairly all right. I said, well, listen, Simon's there. Go through it with him. The siders watch him and point him out and everything that he does. And that's what he did. That was it. And that is why we do the refresher course. You come down, you got me there, you got Side S, and Dave were there that day as well. So the reality is you've got 3 people there. Don't get me wrong. I think we could have got more people in there if I'd have knew that, or if I knew that all 3 of us would have been there, I'd have said more people to come. But we did cap it at 11, and I think there were about 13, 14 in total throughout the day that come in. Obviously, just dropping in and they popped in. But people going away from there with, confidence, and that's what we wanted to get from it. So, yeah, I don't want people to sell machines for the reason of that Nah, they're just shit. They don't work because it's not good for the industry for one, and it's a lie. It's a lie. Even the other machines that I that I don't really rate that much, they still work. You still get it render on wall with it. It's just having the confidence to apply it wetter and have the confidence to know that you can get a certain amount of area on. And stop start is no good for anyone. If you're mixing the gear so thick that you have to spray 5 to 10 meters and then stop and rule it because it'll go off on you, that's no good. You might as well knock up by hand because that is going to be so slow. The fact is, I can spray 2 lifts by myself before I rule the top one again, and that's by myself. Using a machine that's a mixer unit and a conveyor. That's not even a mixing machine. So if I had someone else with me who were half decent, we'd box it off. So yeah, listen, man, I'm rabbiting on now. If you've got a machine, right, and you are struggling with getting to grips with it, I don't care what kind of machine it is. You can come on one of them workshops and I'll show you how to go on with it. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Or if you have got a Predator machine and we have got, which we are going to be doing some more refresher days, you can get it for free. So I'll do that. But yeah, guys, like I say, it's a madness, man. I can't believe how much, how much people took away from it. All buzzing with it, all buzzing to see people's faces light up when the penny drops. Because that's what it is. When the penny drops, that's when you realize what you're doing is value. Do you know what I mean? It's valuable. And that's what I wanted it to do. Because I hate this saying, we are here to sell machines, not show people how to render. That's what I got told when I was saying that the industry had a flaw. I said it's flawed. You're selling 10 grand machines to people who don't have a clue how to render good properly. They don't know how to render good at all, really. But you're selling them machines for 10 grand and then having a battle with people about when they say shit or when they've got a problem, having a battle with them. Let's just nip it in the bud. Let's train them properly when they first get it. Let's give them all the content that we can give them and let's have them in for a free refresher. You will not have any other manufacturer doing that for you. Predator do that for you. You won't find. Now you'll hear it. Free training. It's not training, mate. Showing someone 2 hours how to set a machine up and break it down is not fucking training. That is not training. That doesn't help you do anything. All it does is show you how to set the machine up. They think the job's done. The job ain't done, mate. The job's just beginning. Because what's going to happen then is you're going to go into your job and you're going to lose a load of dough like I did. So that's why when I do this with Predator, the option's always going to be there for you. If you want a proper training session and you want to get on it, we can do them for you. Do you know what I mean? Just got to let us know. We want you to hit the ground running. And if you want a refresher, we do a refresher as well. That's it. But, not many. There's none will do it for you. None of them out there will do it for you. All of a sudden now everything's changing, isn't it? It's mad. The world's gone mad. The world is mad. Yeah, it is mad. I was mad for using a conveying machine for rendering. I was mad for using a Serato mixer for my mixer. I was mad. But now people are selling alternative conveying machines, getting pushed, alternatives than the Optimix. Alternative mixing units separate are now being sold as well. So again, but what I said were mad. It didn't make sense. But now everyone's trying to fucking do it. Fair enough. But yeah, like I say, I'm here for the people, by the people, and I'm one of the fucking people. So, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I feel like that's been a little bit of a passionate end to the video. So yeah, I'll be talking to the team in the next week or so, and we will get another refresher course booked in. Like I said, these are nice 3 days where you get to come down and do the business, and we can show you some other stuff we've got going and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yes, Martin Easton. Rob, can you get a machine for a 2-man gang? Of course you can. Of course you can. I'd recommend a Sprinter or a Predator Light for 2 men. Optimix is good as well if you're doing little jobs or bungalows or, the side of houses, stuff like that. But generally, if I were going to go smash bigger jobs, I'd want a mixing unit or wood. No problem. No problem, my mate. Well, right, listen. I'm going to shoot, guys. I'm going to let you go because I have rabbited on. I'm going to catch you all later on, and I'm going to have a look at this StreamYard and kick some ass, get some emails sent. Get this working for next time, hopefully. Joel for MP. Sick guy. Yo. Right, Wayne, legend. Good to see you back on, mate. And I hope you had a good break on your holiday. Mark Neeson, you're an absolute G. Thanks for watching, man, and sharing. Stuart, my main man. Love that you were there as well. Kai Michael, legend. Robert Pugh, legend, mate. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Kai Michael, I've said Joanna. James Thomas, top man. Listen, if you get stuck, James, as well, just drop me an inbox if you want to know anything about the service, mate, I use. No problem, mate. I'll give you a shout and I'll give you a message back. No problems, mate. Jeff, good man. I'll see you later on, my brother. James Kitchen, legend. I'll see you soon, mate. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'm out of here. I'm going to see how I can turn this off. Peace out, guys. So that there ends. Right, and then my YouTube one's still going. Yeah, YouTube homies, thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you lot later on, yeah? Have a good night. I'll see you soon.